So we could give that soul to the fire thing, but there's no reason to do that. Let's actually go head over to the sunlight altar and rejoin the Sun Bros. The Dragon Covenant had a lot of cool stuff, but it's another one that requires you to get a bunch of humanity to them, I believe. So, I'm not particularly interested in doing that right now. Plus, the Sun Bros are cool bros. So, I suppose what I want to do now is I want to do some co-op. And I was thinking for some reason that it would be good for me to do Sif at this point, but that's not the case. Sif is kind of above where I'm supposed to be. So I guess the only one I could really do at this point are the ones that I've already done. In like the Demon Ruins or Ornstein and Smog, which I think I'm still an appropriate level for. So I guess I'll do that, and then I'll be back once I have my my sunlight medals, I suppose. Okay, something else I decided to do while I was here is to take care of this guy. And as you can see, we've got some issue getting close to him. So let's get our miracle ring on. And just kind of get up all up in his stuff over here. Just spam what we've got. You don't really have a choice but to fight him this way, since, well, you kind of have to get close to him. See if we can hit him with a lightning spear. Or two. Yeah, there we go. We'll be taking care of the extra ones and... Oh, crap! Sweet! I got the catch pull without even having the item ring equipped. Wow. Normally I have to farm the dudes down at the... in the Demon Ruins a lot. Wow, so this item is really cool. The catch pull. It's, I think, technically a halberd? Yeah, it looks like it. It deals magic damage and has scaling for intelligence. We could use it now, actually. It's got some cool moves here. It's kind of got this swing here. This jumping stab. Which is really nice. Let's go use it on a dude. It's very heavy, so I'm kind of in fat rolling mode here. It's not particularly good for us because the scaling, well, the scaling's not all that great to begin with. Oh. But as it's a halberd, one of the things about halberds, which I explained before, I think, was that if you miss, you get staggered, so... and that deals a lot of poise damage. I don't know if you can do the grab, but yeah, it's kind of hard to use this weapon. It's very cool, though, if not entirely useful. I'm trying to backstab him with this, which seems kind of silly. Oh, I backed into a wall. Okay, so this weapon's not all that great. for me. But it's lucky that I got it. Alright, so we've got a bajillion souls, but we've got 10 sunlight medals now. Just want to give all these to the super guy here. And something I was considering doing is using the Soul of Ornstein to make his weapon, and doing something with the Soul of Sif as well, which I never really looked at. So we'll go ahead and do that since we have a glut of souls here. I really just wanted the sunlight medals, but it's a bonus of doing something like Ornstein and Smog for this, that, you know, you get 25,000 souls every time you do that that fight. And I actually did it 4 times. What I did with the others is I upgraded my Black Knight shield, my helmet, and my skirt all up to +4. I think the helmet's actually at +5 right now, which I just used all of the Twinkling Titanites I got in the Great Hollow and stuff for that. Rather, Ash Lake, I guess, is where I got most of those. So what we're doing here is we are getting up to that rank, and I don't have any more sunlight medals, but now we have Sunlight Spear, which is an upgraded version of Lightning Spear. You have to have this up to level 2 to get that. Well, Great Lightning Spear, excuse me. Sunlight Spear is the high level one, which you need to actually give the... Well, you have to give a soul of a boss to get it. As you can see, it's just simply an upgraded version. It has 10 uses and everything. So now we can basically walk around with 20 uses of Lightning Spear, which is excellent. As you can see, I was kitted out for fighting Ornstein and Smog, so I had my heal spell there. It looks pretty much the same, I think. As far as I can remember. It's a little bit brighter. Well, I guess you can see the shape a little bit better. Can rock that guy through his shield. It's definitely more damage. See, it has roughly the same shape. It's just a little bit bigger and a little bit brighter. So, I mean, Lightning Spear is the spell I use most of the time, so now we've just got effectively more than 20 uses of it, considering that the one we have now is stronger. So, if I were to break this covenant, I would lose half of those offerings, so I probably won't bother to do any of the other covenants in the game because of that. Because, I mean, I'm pretty well kitted out to complete the rest of the game with this character. I don't even need to level up or anything. So, since we've got to make our trip to, what's his name? Oh, I guess I could warp. I was just gonna walk through the, thing, but... Yeah, I've got my miracle ring on as well, so... Now you can see we can warp to the stone dragon, which I guess is what it's called. That also gives you some spells, at least one spell, and some stuff. But I don't know. That's more of a. I don't know. I see people using it a lot in PvP. I don't actually know what's involved with that. So we want to be here. Typically you can complete the game at about like level 70 or 80.
That's an odd ember you have there. I know what you're thinking, but I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else.
Well, he's talking about the junk we have for Vamos. So, one of the things I have done is I've gotten this broken straight sword up to +5, which is why I needed to come over here to him. The thing about the broken straight sword is that it's used for something very specific. You can use this or the hilt. Or we could use pretty much any straight sword for that. I'll go ahead and tell you. If you use the basic sword, like any kind of straight sword, for using...
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go.
For the Soul of Sif, which can get you 3 items. That's the wrong thing. In addition to what it normally does. You can get a shield from it, which is really good. But it's a great shield, so I probably wouldn't be using it. Or 2 different weapons. And I suppose I probably have another long sword or something in my box. I know I picked up a short sword earlier that I could use. Yeah, I could use that short sword. Or does it have to be a great sword? Let me check. Well, the only way I could check is if I upgraded one to +10. I was thinking about, there's 2 different ones you can make. You can make the purified one, or the basic Great Sword of Artorias with the Soul of Sif. Or you can make the cursed version. And the cursed version would actually be really, really good for what we're about to do. That being the new Londo Ruins. That guy is wearing... That guy has the dragon face. Or the Ornstein helmet, I can't really tell. Because it's a cursed weapon, we can hit the ghosts with it without any problem. We wouldn't need any of those arm thingies. On the other hand, I don't think we'll have very much problems with the ghosts anyway. I guess we'll just make the basic one. The basic one, the good one, because we have what we need for that. We could also make Ornstein's weapon. I guess the Chamber of the Princess is closer. So we need to go to the giant blacksmith, and you might be thinking, well, I don't have a +10 spear or sword. Well, I didn't show you that I didn't, and I don't, but I do have that lightning spear. And, well, Ornstein's spear is basically just an upgraded lightning spear that also scales with stats, and it scales with faith. So it would actually be a very good weapon for us if I had the stats to use it, which I don't think I do. But I could easily get those with, you know, the huge amount of souls I have, and whatever souls I'm going to get from the bosses here soon. It certainly wouldn't be a bad thing to have around. Now, those weapons are what is used, what Demon Titanite is used for. So I got quite a bit. I actually got a couple of twofers from a couple of those guys before. So these guys are a great source of souls, by the way. I killed a bunch of these while I was waiting to get summoned. Frame rate is awful right here for some reason. I hope Dark Souls 2 has a better PC port. While I love this game, I think that there's quite a bit of more care they could have taken on the PC port. Even though I don't think it's as bad as people say it is, it still has its problems. The console version of the game is not perfect either. In any case, we are going to visit... I don't know, he doesn't really have a name, not like the other ones. The only one... I think Vamos does tell you his name. Now that I think about it. But this one doesn't. And Rickert and Andre tell you their names, obviously. And you see how many times I did that. I actually had that equipped on my hotbar. Running away from these guys is stupid. I don't know why I did that. It's more dangerous to have them farther away from you than closer. Considering this is one of those bow guys. Whatevs, man. Yeah, that room, clearing that room gets you 7,300 souls. So just clearing those 3 guys is quite a bit of souls if you can hack it. So something I haven't shown off is that while I was talking before about the spear, is that you can revert a weapon from one tier to a lower tier. So I could make a divine club, but I can also use a spear, the lightning spear, and downgrade it to a spear plus 10, which would actually cost me less than making a new one. And I have no real use for the lightning spear anyway. But now that I've done that, I can use it to make either the Moonlight Butterfly Horn, which is a weapon that deals entirely magical damage. It's strange, but it scales with intelligence. So I don't think it's all that great for me. But the Dragon Slayer Spear here at ESC, I need 24 strength. As you can see, scales really well with the with Faith, which is very, very nice. Actually, better than my current sword does. Actually, better than my... No, it scales better because I have a C weapon. It also deals a lot of damage. It deals lightning damage. It's the only elemental weapon like that scales with... or the only lightning weapon, I should say, that scales with Faith, or I guess any stat, as far as I know. So, let's go ahead and make this. And it only costs 5,000 souls, which isn't that bad. Now, we can also use the Great Sword of make the Great Sword of Artorias. We'll go ahead and do that. And now, I still want to eventually make a dark weapon, but I think I'll use the battle axe for that. And now that I think about it, so as you can see, Priscilla's dagger uses dragon scales. Where is it? I'm looking for... The Dragon Tooth also uses dragon scales. Okay, so here, Dragon Slayer Spear can be upgraded to, I think, +5, since it's technically a +10 weapon already. We'll go ahead and upgrade that, since we don't have any other use for our Demon Titanite. Get that up to +4, so we can use the rest of it on the Great Sword, just to get them both up. Now, there's still a bunch more... well, there's... How many more? I think there's at least 2 guys we haven't fought. Titanite demons. In Sen's Fortress. And, I might as well upgrade this. Oh, I might as well do that at Vamos. Because, I have to give him that thing. So, I know for a fact that we don't have the stats for the Great Sword of Artorias. And it looks like we're going to need more strength for our new spear. Yeah. Oh, and dexterity. I guess we're kind of screwed then. Oh well, it's good to have it around anyway. And I wasn't planning on using any of the other ones, with one exception. That I haven't decided whether I'm going to make it or not yet. See, this requires pretty much high stats for everything that is, used for weapons. I need a couple points of dexterity and a bunch more strength for that. Which isn't too unreasonable. I mean, the spear would require me to get 10 points of dexterity, which is kind of bad. But, and I guess I would need 4 more points of intelligence for the sword. I guess it's pretty much equal. But, to get some cool weapons, I guess. I still have 33,000 souls. So, I could continue to do what I've been wanting to do, which is go to New Londo. There is a reason to do that now. Before going to Vamos, is that he mentions a thing down there for him, and it's not a very long area. The New Londo Ruins. As long as you know what you're doing, it's not very long, I should say. But neither is the Tomb of the Giants. We've been through probably half of it, if not more, of the Tomb of the Giants, just going to go get, what's her name? I guess I could level up. Strength is going to get to help me a lot more than anything else of the other stats I need for those weapons, so I'll get that. Well, I also need to go down to the New Londo Ruins to give Rickert that thing. Also, so okay. Now the boss here, I can't summon an NPC for the boss, since I didn't summon it for the Moonlight Butterfly. I don't know what connection that NPC has with the Moonlight Butterfly and that, but I think it's just so that, it makes it harder, I guess. Oh, I guess this is already up. I leveled up there because I felt I should probably not be carrying around that many souls down here in New Londo. I've made that mistake before. So, the enchanted thing is mostly like the magic upgrade, which he can do already.
Hey, hang on. Is that a sorcery emblem? I've never seen one like that. Not even back in Vinheim. What a brilliant flame. Please, friend, let me have that, I am begging you. I am a craftsman of Vinheim. I'd go hollow before I pass him a flame like that.
I wonder if you actually say no if he will go hollow. But we'll give it to him.
Oh, really? You are wonderful. I will forge a Rickett masterpiece just for you. A weapon to make a legend out of it.
So now he can make enchanted weapons, as well as magic weapons. Could make a magic battle axe. magic weapons are not all that useful to us.
Come back soon.
Although I suppose they're about as useful as dexterity-based weapons to us right now. Okay, so let's get rid of this. And we're gonna want these thingies. And oh, we're gonna want our covetous serpent ring here, because the ghosts can drop the items that I need to use to hit the ghosts. So there are a few more hanging out in bodies and stuff along the way. So we're not in too dire a shape if we don't get any. But it'll be fine. They can also drop a weapon, which is quite nice. I guess we don't really need... That grab that they have is pretty nasty. I guess we didn't need the... Oh, there we go. The cursed great sword for this. I'm kind of tearing them up already. This is another area you can do much earlier in the game, and then unlock the part that you can't do later. I mean, even the Soul of Sith part is not necessarily something that you couldn't have already done. The ring, but you know what? I guess you could do it as soon as you get the... Well, there's a way to do it without even needing to get the Lord Vessel. This lever doesn't move. It's held down for a reason. Now there's a shortcut over there, but it's not a shortcut yet until we do something. So there's a bunch of rooms like this that are kind of traps, in that you can see some stuff and then a bunch of ghosts will come out at you. So now, because we're cursed from the thing, we can block with our shield, but if you don't have a transient curse or don't have the status effect cursed, you can't block, you can't use your armor poise, you can't do anything like that. You're just gonna get staggered to hell and die. It's dangerous to even be walking around in here without one of those. No luck so far, but I'm getting plenty of curses here. I don't think I'm gonna have any problems. There's also some more dangerous ghosts around here, so you gotta be careful. This is also a dark area with a lot of pitfalls, stuff like that, so you gotta be careful. There's a wall here, and this is actually kind of quite a vertical area. Let's take out that ghost with a super spear. Screw you, ghost. Some more transient curses. As you can see down there, there's kind of a, it looks like sort of a reflection. That's actually a fog door down at the bottom. So there's a lot of stuff down there past the water. We just can't get to it yet because, well, oh, see that in the wall? It's a trap. Ghosts are assholes, man. What do we get here? A parrying dagger. And this is something I was talking about earlier, because the girl at the bonfire in New Londo, what's her name, has it Darkling or whatever she's called, the Firekeeper there, she has one of those. Okay, I guess we're gonna go through the fog door. I can't see any other way to go. As far as I can remember, there's not any real reason to be hanging out in these kind of hallways and stuff like that. There's not really a whole lot there. There's a dude up there. He'll probably attack us when we walk by here. There he goes. Kind of a useless item there. We're pretty far past that sort of thing. Just be careful here. Being locked onto dudes while you're walking on a narrow bridge is not necessarily a good idea. Get down here. There we go. I wish the thing had a more obvious debuff kind of symbol on you. You can see if you there was a ladder I activated there just a second ago. If we go down there, we can attack those guys from, I guess, level footing, so to speak. You see, there's down there. Now they can come up here. Don't know why they're not. We'll go ahead and show that off. This is kind of a shortcut, as I was indicating. You can roll down from up there and lock on. Ooh, that was super dangerous. Oop, my curse is gone. You can roll down from that ledge there onto this bridge, and then use the ladder here to get back up. And I'll show you what I was talking about. These places scare me, because water is instant death here. Water's instant death in most places, actually. Water like that, anyway. Yeah, you see how he's kind of hiding under these things. Okay. So, we've got 8 of those things. I think we're pretty good on those. So we can't summon anything for the boss here. The boss, I like this boss fight, this upcoming boss fight. It's a lot of fun. Probably my favorite of the Lord Soul boss fights. So this is kind of a tricky sort of area. I like to walk over there to lure whatever's going to come out at me over to this stairwell, because there's some ghosts through the wall there. I think dealt so much damage to them I got an experience bonus. Okay. Are you coming at me or what? Yeah, see, there's a bunch of them. Come from over there, too. Hey! Get back up here, guys. Alright, let's walk over here, then. You can jump over that gap there, but I don't recommend it. Why did I do that? Okay, I'll meet you back there.